Where is my video? Uh, hmm. Alright, gonna have to restart this. For some reason, no video is making it over to the stream. Back in a minute. There we go. Huh, and it didn't even stop streaming, even though it should have. No idea what was going on there. There's a bunch of you here. Somebody's got to post. Hello, Alex. How are you today? Well, I should say good morning, right? Hey, Liz. And we've got somebody local, too. Is Alex, you're 6, 7 hours behind us, I think. 1 a.m. So you're 5 hours. So I'm going to apologize up front here because, as usual, I don't know what it is with me. I've got some kind of a cough. So I'm going to pause it as much as I can so you don't hear it. Okay, we have 2 cases of the just released Twin Peaks Log Lady Chronicles. Good evening, Aaron. I'm just going to make it real easy. The lower number case will be case 1 or break 1, and the higher number case will be break 2. I have not had a chance to, excuse me, I have not had a chance to see any breaks or anything yet, so this is going to be brand new on me. Um, so let's get cracking. And Jerry Horn, how are you? Oops. I feel like I haven't done a break in forever. All right, gonna slide this back so we can see some more of the desk. Oh, my pleasure. Believe me getting to do these breaks, it satisfies the itch of opening cards. So I live vicariously through all of you people. Let's see. Nope. Looking for the case topper. Yeah, they call it a case topper, but they stick it in the middle. Where is the case topper? Oh, there it is. Alright, so just as I get started here, I've got the checklist up on the Rittenhouse website. So you got 36 in memoriam cards. They're 2 a box. So you will not get a complete set. Let's see, 27 stars. They're 2 a box. Oh, you're going to come out short there also. 6 bookhouse. 2 a case, the patch cards. 9 red room. 1 in 26 packs. So it's a hair off of 1 a box. So I'm guessing you'll get 1 set. 6 pilot alternate endings, 1 in every 2 boxes, so we should get 1 set. 18 then and nows, 1 a box, so we'll be short. 10 music of Twin Peaks, we should get a set there. Plastic, oh yeah, the plastic is 1 in 2 cases, so we should get 1 of them, hopefully, especially since our cases are sequentially numbered. You would think they'd go, every other one. Let's see, 3 autographs a box, and sketch cards are 863. So that's 3 3/4 cases roughly. Let's see. I'm reading the comments here. Are you asking Twin Peaks? The checklist on the Rittenhouse website has the plastic log lady card at 1 in 576. Okay. And how did you do on your case, Liz? Or did you not open it all yet? All right. So our first insert, and let's see again, just because where's All right, so this is the 27 stars. Oh, that's right. I remember these from the last set. All right, so that was S36. And just so you can see them, here's what a base card looks like. Yeah, turn this light over a little. Yeah, well, that's usually the case, Liz. You'll definitely get some duplicates of some nobody, especially when they do 3 a box. There's our first autograph. Do you want me to show the autographs as we pull them, or do you want me to hold them all till the end of the box? I'll keep it covered until I see a few people post. Oh, autograph number 2. All right, so they're together. Let's see if all 3 of them are in a row. Nope, nothing in that pack. And there's autograph number 3. All right, so they were almost all in a row. It was and Rittenhouse is usually pretty consistent. excuse me, Red Room. I kind of like the look of that card. Yeah, I like it when they mix it where you have a little bit of gloss and then a little bit of matte on it. Here, I'm sorry, I'm gonna move these. I always hate when I start stacking them in front of the camera and then you just see my arm. So I'll try and stack them up in the... Oh. AE. Which one was AE? This looks just like the alternate ending. This is just like the old card set. Alright, here's another stars. After the second box, I'm not going to show the inserts anymore unless it's one that we haven't gotten yet. Alright, what do we got here? In Memoriam. I'm just jumping back to the checklist for a second. So we got so the patch cards. The alternate ending is 1 and 2 boxes. Just seeing which ones I should really. So alternate ending, the patch, and then obviously the plastic card or sketch. Then and now, embossed card, like that. It all depends. Like I like the parallel, the old style, and I don't remember how easy or hard they were in the previous sets. But when they put out their first Doctor Who set, they did like an old style, and it was beyond like the set was so small, it made it completely worthless. But I do like the consistency that Rittenhouse does across their sets, especially if you stick with a product. I always thought that was kind of neat with the Star Trek and the James Bond that they actually had numbered, like the autographs, and then they would, fill in the gaps later on. So you really needed to kind of collect them all. So Liz, I told Harris that I'm not going to get a wall. I don't remember if I texted that to you or not. I'm not going to get a wall table. I just told him, I'll take an inner, and if he can get me close to you and Andy, that'd be fine. So for those of you watching in the Northeast, I'm gonna set up at the Philly show this fall. Here, MT5. almost wanted to respond a second time with the the thing about not being there both days. Since I knew that my table was taken. Here's another in memoriam. All right, last pack of the first box. All right. Oh, I forgot to grab an extra pack of soft sleeves. Soft sleeves. I'm definitely gonna run out. Okay, autograph number 1. Oh, wait a minute. I'll save that one. I think that's going to be the best of what's in here. Autograph number 1, Don Amendolia. John Apicella or Apicella. Not sure how to pronounce it. And Amanda Seyfried. Or is it Seyfried? Well, I kind of wonder when they do that with the autographs. Because with Game of Thrones, that happened with, what was that, Carice Van Houten? Where she had like a much thicker Sharpie. As I wonder if they mail everything off to their representative or whatever, and how they handle it. They hand them the cards and don't hand them the pen, or they happen to have one, sitting at wherever they're at. All right, so now when I flip these out, so flipping these back over, so that would be, I always get this screwed up. So this would be the right side, left side. I'm not sure if that's what I did the last box. So the autographs should all be in that side if that's the case. In memoriam. Oh, I got a little bit of space left in that box. Stars. Oh, I'm sure they do. It's probably, they have a nice package that they put together. All right, I'm gonna flip rows because I just hit the first autograph. So assuming that they're all the same, then there shouldn't be any autographs in this row. Just a couple of inserts. So we'll get that out of the way first. My desk is such a mess. I have nowhere to put anything. That's why I need you all to come to the Philly show and buy my junk, so I have more room on my desk. music number 8. I always get them mixed up, the guys that are um, at the show. Is Andy the new young, I'm not going to call him hyper, but energetic? Autograph number 2. And then this one shouldn't be an autograph, and then I think it was an autograph next. Nothing. Nope. Then and now. Maybe there's more than one pack. Then and now. Was Cryptozoic at the last show? There's autograph number 3. I mean, they pretty much don't put out anything anymore. It's a real shame. Alternate. Stars. Does Matthew Lillard have an autograph? Oh, that's like a. It wasn't called CZX. What did they call it? Like CZ Plus or something? It was something slightly different. In memoriam. Okay, let's see what we got. Autograph number 1, Alicia Witt. Autograph 2, Mary Reber. Reber. And autograph 3, Inscription. Let's see, Kimmy Robertson. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Good, these are autographed. Kimmy Robertson. Let's see. Andy or Dick, 11 to 25. Huh. So then we should expect another Reber. There was somebody in the, well, there's usually somebody that's like in every case. So let's see, somebody with a little bit more knowledge than me, with Matthew Lillard. Um, wasn't there a Scooby-Doo set for the movie that had autographs in it? dumped it. No. Good old Eugene Simon. Because I never opened any or even thought about collecting them, but with the passing of Ozzy Osbourne, um, they had a set of cards, and I thought that there was autographs in that they did for the Osbournes when they had that reality show on MTV. And I think Inkworks put that set out too. Music 3. Oh, they had 9 Inch Nails on? Yeah, you were saying. That was a nice pull. Aren't these alternate endings supposed to be 1 and 2 boxes? Are we just not going to get any more? I mean, that's 3 and 3. Stars. In memoriam. Hmm. So maybe the checklist is a little off. Alright, just grabbing a cough drop. In memoriam. Don S. Davis. Was he in something else? He looks very familiar. Like MacGyver or something. Stars. Hmm. Alright, so we should be about at the first autograph. Yep, autograph 1. So an autograph 2, autograph 3. Let's see if it's the same. Then and now. Alright, Hector. So many sets that everything kind of bleeds together in my brain anymore. But Jennifer Jason Leigh, or maybe somebody similar, signed for Psych. They had so many cameo autographs in their sets. Oh, autograph 2, so that was off. Red Room. You know, I didn't check the solicitation for this set, but like when they did Cheers, and they guaranteed that you would get. Well, they didn't. No, I'm sorry, they didn't guarantee it on this one. That was Game of Thrones. But for Cheers, you were going to get a Kelsey Grammer or a Ted Danson in every case, and that box always had one extra autograph. All right, that is an inscription, so we'll save it. Joan Chen. J.R. Starr. And Robert Broski. And This Is the Well. Now these were packed the other way. Son of a gun. Well, hopefully we got that right. Alright, so going forward, I'll tell you the inserts, but I'm not going to show every single one. unless it's one that we have not gotten, or like one of the rare ones, which will be the ones we haven't gotten. In Memoriam, David Warmer. Then and Now, Andy Brennan. Well, have any of you seen a full case break yet? Just curious. Usually, again, Rittenhouse is pretty consistent, so, you know, you'll get, 3 duels in a case, something like that. Oh, nothing. Stars, Rodney Mitchum. Lissy for music. What? I forget, is this one the autograph? Yep, first autograph. So then we skip to, of course it didn't, oh no, it was 2 autographs, skip 2 autograph. That worked on the first couple boxes, but not the last one. Well, the one thing that makes it a little bit easier is that the point value on the wrappers is up to 4 points. You see, autograph number 2. All right, so alternate ending. Speaking of points, Alex, have you decided what you're going to be doing? Stars, Tim Roth. Do you wanted me to help you with that? In Memoriam, Victoria Catlin. Sticking. Well, all that for nothing. Okay. Red Room 6. I haven't actually done anything. We just talked. And autograph. Alright, let's see what we got. Autograph 1, Joan Chen. This is a different image, but they're both full bleed. Was this the other one you were talking about? I appreciate the comment. So there's Robert Borowski again. This is an inscription. Who do we get? A lot of writing. Sarah Jean Long. I love the double R diner. That's a patch. I can feel that. Now, I'm not familiar with what this patch card is, but I saw somebody post. Now I'm going to click on these. It was an autograph patch. Oh, maybe that's for the. Oh, okay, so that's out of the archive box. The Kyle patch autograph. It's good that, a bigger name doesn't mind signing. That, I mean, I didn't look to see what the contents were. I just had seen a picture of that patch auto, but $9.99 sounds like pretty cheap for an archive box. I guess the question is what is missing out of the archive box? Oh, just the auto. Okay. Music, number 9. In Memoriam, Catherine Colson. All right. Do it a little different. Just flip it over. In Memoriam, Royal Dano. All right. Good night, Liz. Or see you in a little bit. Warden Dwight Murphy stars. Alternate ending. So I'm going to guess that the odds listed for that are not correct. Red Room. Possibly an autograph now. I lost. Yep. Autograph 1. Then and Now of Hawk Hill. That's amazing because, especially unnumbered inserts, I mean, to them, the cost is nothing, really. Especially if there's nothing special about the set. 3 autographs. Stars of Diane Evans. Alright, we'll do the patch first since somebody said that they're not going for much. Number 6, Andy Brennan. Let's see, this might still fit in a standard. One more try. Alright, not going to risk it. Let me get the... Oh, I did have more soft sleeves. Good deal. But I apparently don't have any thick soft sleeves here. Alright, I'll have to do that one later. Okay, autograph 1. Full bleed. Erica Anderson. Autograph 2. Oh, this is a good one. I'm going to go to... Alright, I want to show you something that's just kind of interesting. These 2 autograph cards are 2 different sizes. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but now, well, I'll show you. So we got a duel. Richard Bamer and Sherilyn Fenn. So I'm going to show you that first. And then I just want you to see, I've got them lined up on the one side. And look, the autograph behind it is, whatever that is, a 1/16 of an inch larger. Now, is one of these cards too big or too small? Looks like too big. It's kind of hard to tell. Alright, so the duel. And if I showed the duel first, that means the other one's got to be even better, right? How about Tim Roth? I've always, it's funny because I've told Rittenhouse that the cards are slightly uh, missized. When I put together the base sets, for the breaks and everything, um, and they just kind of, that's part of the, it's, whoever the printers are, it is what it is. So what do you all consider to be the best autograph that you can hit out of, packs? I would get Roth for all the Tarantino stuff that he's been in. You know, it's funny, since we were just talking about this, is that this one base card actually is curled on the top, and and it's because it's so much bigger than the others. But like, just look at this one pack here. I don't know how well this is gonna translate on here, but it's really hard to see. But they're all, let me try, because I really think this is interesting. Like, so the one on the end is longer than all the others. Yeah, that's true. Some of those inscriptions can really be tough. I will say I don't like when you look at the inscription list, and it'll be they'll get somebody to write Twin Peaks as their inscription, and then they'll do Twin Peaks in quotation marks, and then they'll do Twin Peaks in single quote marks. And they list those all out as separate ones when I'm sure the person who did it just you know got lazy while they were going. Julie Cruz music card. In memoriam, Don Murray. Tammy Preston Stars. Alright, so now one of these next two, I believe, will have an autograph. In memoriam, Warren Frost. No, Stars. Deputy Chad Broxford. Alright, so I guess this one's the autograph. Nope. Alternate ending, and we definitely had this one already. Well, that stinks. Unless, how many cards were in the alternate ending set? Oh, there's only 6 of them. Okay, so maybe we'll end up with 2 full sets. This has to be odd. No. Red Room. So this one has to be an autograph. Yep, I can see the reflection of the Rittenhouse watermark on the back. So this one won't. Then and Now for Agent Cooper. Autograph number 2. I think that was an inscription. And so we'll start with this one here. Josh Fatum. Oh, autograph number 2. All right, so either this is good luck or he's not that hard to get. Tim Roth again. I'm gonna jump up to Tim Roth. Very limited. So yeah, so he's actually not that hard to pull. I am surprised. You know, just you kind of make the assumption that the bigger the name, the less of cards you're going to get. All right, I think somebody's going to be happy with this one though. And I just want to look and see. This is another inscription. I want to look at the odds on it before I show it to you. Uh, um, oh, it's not at 26 to 50. Madchen Amick, would you like some pie? I know somebody said they were looking for her. But he also has inscriptions, Michael Cera. Oh, matter of fact, he don't want to. He only has 4 inscriptions. 3 of them are one of ones. Wrong stack. Inscription stack. One second, please. I think what would have been cool was like in Game of Thrones. Um, this box is like bowing out. Maybe that's a good sign. But they like the actor group that were making fun of the Baratheons and the one kid who was playing Joffrey, and he had all of his inscriptions where it was like I don't know, like somebody saw my willy or something. It was like all kinds of goofy ones. You know, I know Rittenhouse doesn't say how many they hold back for, replacements or giveaways or whatever. But if there's 5,000 boxes, so what is it? I just can't do math. It's 416, so that means there's only like 400 cases. All right. There's something in that. I think it felt like it. Probably shouldn't have said anything in case I was wrong. Are they definitely going to be doing another set? I mean, they think very far ahead. The cactus blossoms when it comes to their sets. David Lynch Memoriam. Stars Bradley Mitchum. Then and Now Denise Bryson. In Memoriam Tony J. Stars of Duncan Todd. Well, my biggest hope or concern is that they, we might be about at an autograph. I wasn't counting. Nope. Alternate. That this set is successful enough for them that they make a regular release. I'm not a fan of, when they plan ahead and don't, and end up just putting out like one of those premium packs like they did for Umbrella Academy. Red Room. Autograph 1, that looks like an inscription. Well, only being a 3-series show and that they have 3 sets that came out, then they shouldn't have held back. Alright, 3 autographs. Don't tell me I wasn't. Thought it felt something different, but I think it's just these cards they're all missized. The one card in the middle of this pack is bigger than the others, and like left to right. And I felt that one in the pack. Bummer. Full bleed, Robert Bauer. Iman Farron. Holy cow. Let's go to our list here and see. Come on, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Um, okay, I need somebody to go pull up the checklist for me, please. No, never mind. Damn. I mean, it's still good. Secrets are dangerous things. Kyle McLaughlin. This is exactly what I was talking about, though. So, this one is 11 to 25, but apparently there's one with quotation marks, and there's only one of that one. I got super excited for a minute, but that's still an awesome card. Well, we are a little bit past the halfway point. There are 5 boxes, counting the one I just opened. I wonder if we can even come close to anything else. Only pick 3. Well, I mean, right now, alright, putting that one aside. I don't know, again, like I was telling Alex this, I hate to say this, but I'm not a David Lynch fan, so I've never watched Twin Peaks. I know, so I only, actors' names that I know from other things. So when I see, 2 Tim Roths, and I know from opening the other ones, like The Duel isn't terrible, but, the Amanda Seyfried, is good. But 2 Tim Roths, yeah, I'm sorry. But, Alex, I don't want to know a dollar figure, but the person that you're trying to make a deal with, I wonder at what spot the wrappers, because that is something that you can pick in this draft. I wonder how far down the draft list wrappers will be, because there's people that just they don't even care about them. Maybe you'd be better off um, getting into the break. Hudson Mohawk on the music. Again, these cards all having slightly different sizes makes them hard to slide. It's funny because I have, some wrappers here that I never submitted from whatever break I took wrappers in. I don't even know, if there's even a card that I won in the rewards catalog. Let's see, Brent Briscoe in memoriam. Which card was it that you were looking for, Aaron? I have it. I'm gonna take a guess. If it wasn't for this set, Beverly Page. Oh, are you talking about the free points when you I forget, was it a it wasn't a survey. You had to like, what was your favorite something? Oh, autograph 2. Not paying attention. Then and Now, Shelly Johnson. I know I helped Hester, oops, on blowout. He was short on points to get the was the autograph card from Umbrella. Excuse me, from Umbrella Academy. Is anybody selling the pie card? In Memoriam, Ron Taylor. Because it's funny, back in the day, they had the Eric Roberts autograph. That was on the reward site forever. Detective Dave Mackley. And then there was like a sketch card. Alternate ending. Red Room. And autograph. Yeah, the last one that I remember really going for a lot of money on the secondary market, there was what do you call it? Geez, it was a uniform card from Star Trek, and almost all the cards were a gray patch, and then some of them were a blue patch. James Morrison. Yeah, this is going back. I want to say it was like maybe from Women of Star Trek. Invitation to Love, Erica Anderson. And Ian Buchanan and Harry Goes, dual autograph. Oh, I forgot how to pack here. Dun dun dun. Here's that plastic card. Didn't you say there's like only one up on eBay right now? Are they? Yeah. You would think if it's as rare as it seems, it would be numbered or something. I feel like we got a pretty solid case. without, you know, knowing some of the intricacies of the set. I don't see that second patch yet. Has anybody been opening up anything else of interest lately? I know with Fanatics getting Marvel and Upper Deck getting DC. Well, Upper Deck really hasn't put anything out, but Fanatics has pretty much shut me out. I don't even bother with the price and the fact that, you know, the bots buy up all the product before it gets anywhere, and then when it hits secondary, it's, you know, $500 a box for a comic set with no sketches. That's just crazy. Hudson Mohawk in the music card. It's not, when I say shut me out, I'm not saying that correctly. I don't mean like I'm not allowed to purchase. It's just that um, nobody wants to get in on a break that expensive, and the prices, everybody just won't, they won't get in the break, or they'll just uh, buy a box themselves. And the fact that, you know, pretty much pre-sales are gone when it comes to Tops and Fanatics, because the way their system is, you know, you got to get on and beat out everybody else to, you know, get something, and then you got to wait for secondary market. You know, like Blowout is secondary market now for Fanatics when it comes to that kind of stuff. And then, like I said, then the prices are just insane. I I really don't feel comfortable, you know, having the break be that expensive. Gavin O'Hurley in memoriam. The last Marvel set I tried, I'm trying to think if it was Fanatics or if it was still Upper Deck, but it wasn't even Masterpieces. It was Premiere, I think, and it was just it was like $10,000 for the case. Stars Richard Horn. And then Upper Deck's always been like that because they don't. Autograph number one. They won't pre-sell to Blowout because they're not a brick and mortar. So then you have to go through Blowout's physical store, and they do not get a large allocation of Upper Deck products, at least not non-sports. That's why I've done a few e-pack breaks over the years. Just end up buying it myself once it hits there, you know, directly from Upper Deck. It's a lot more work to do it through e-pack, but it was fun. Norma Jennings, then and now. Kenneth Welsh in memoriam. Darius Stars. I honestly, alternate ending, I didn't even know about it. I knew Topps Now put out a Pope card, but I did not see it. Red Room. I guess I'm going to have to look that up now. Autograph number 2. I guess you don't have to when it's, I don't know, do you have to get the Pope's permission? Like, how do you, especially like Topps, how do they make a set for the Pope? And autograph number 3. Let's see, I have no idea who I have here. Troy Evans. Was wasn't this guy in the In Memoriam set? Walter Olkowitz. And Billy Zane and Richard Beimer, or Bamer, excuse me, duel. You can't offend me. I don't care. I mean, didn't everybody think it was going to be a Filipino guy? Was going to be the next Pope? Music. James Marshall. Dan O'Herlihy in Memoriam. I guess he thought he was going to take up a little bit more space on that card. Sheriff Frank Truman, Stars. Got an autograph. I guess, did I flip him the wrong way? Either that or they flipped him. That's a second autograph. Alright. Now I don't know. somebody who's a little bit more religious than me can clean up what I'm going to say here. So I know that if you were to go to the Vatican, the Pope, you could, it's not that hard to meet the Pope. Ed Hurley, then and now, all things considered, like he has like a reception line after, like when he says his daily whatevers, and maybe autograph number 3, maybe you ask him, hey, could you do me a favor and sign this? And they just keep going back until they have a few. Red Room. Alternate. Charlie Stars. Tom Sizemore in memoriam. If somebody can let me know, I'm getting an error. Excuse me, I'm getting an error on my buffering. If somebody could just let me know if the audio and video are still running relatively smooth. I'd hate to have to reset with being so close to the end. Because my preview window, everything looks okay. When you say that about, when you say autograph cards there, it got me thinking, did you see that there's an Invincible set, the Netflix cartoon show? And it mentioned autographs, and based off of the sell sheets, they're just all fake autographs of the characters as the characters. Yeah, it says I'm back to a good connection. Alright, let's see what we have here. Sarah Jean Long. Ron Blair. Okay. And this is the easier one, I believe. Yep. Michael Cera. This isn't one of the one of ones, but still. Michael Cera. I would love to see another case break. It like is because I feel like with the McLaughlin, the Sarah, I feel like this is a strong case. looking for that last patch. Oh, okay. Correct, 26 to 50. Just when I saw it, I automatically froze. I don't think I've ever pulled a one of one inscription from a Rittenhouse product. All right, let's take some guesses here. We have 6 autographs left, 3 in this box, and then 3 in the last box. Audrey Horne, then and now. Will there be anybody big left? Ike the Spike, Stars. Chromatics Music. Clarence Williams in memoriam. Is Where do I know Clarence Williams from? Was he uh the main horror guy in Tales from the Hood? Or possibly he was in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Royce Applegate in memoriam. Alternate. And for Lynch, it's the single. I remember that. Red Room, because when we opened up all the cases of the first series, we pulled 2 or 3 autograph number 1 of the Lynch McLaughlin duel. That was actually easier to get than just the single Lynch. The Altine, or however you say that, was that the one where something happened and a lot of the cards got destroyed? So there weren't many of them to put into the release. I vaguely remember that. Autograph number 2. This is autograph number 3. So this should be nothing. Oh, stars insert. Janie Jones. Patrick Fischler. This might be a double. I had to check. James Morrison. I'm getting an error again. Let me know if it starts skipping on you. And Piper Laurie, Richard Bamer duel. So that's 4 duels. Not bad. And his Bamer guy's on 3 of them. No, he's on all 4. No, 3 of them. Oh, once. Alright, so I know for sure we should have the patch in here. Yeah, I think it's that second pack. Yeah, I feel like this is a good quality case. Let's see who we get for the second one. Hawk Hill as our second patch. I mean, I see again, unless I'm, completely off on this, and the fact, like I said, that I don't know, you know, the better actors because of the show. But you've got the plastic card, 2 Roths, Sarah, 4 duels, Seyfried. Can never remember how her name is pronounced. And the McLaughlin tool, that's 10, right? Plastic, 4 duels, 2 Roths, Seyfried, Sarah, McLaughlin. Hey, that's 10 right there. And also, don't forget, this has a pretty decent sneak to it. Rebecca Del Rio music. because there's 30 spots. All right, good night. Enjoy your dinner. I'm late for bed, and you're just off to make dinner. So, Alex, I think early on in the break here, Annette McCarthy in memoriam, you had said that the patches aren't going for much. I mean, is it like $5, not much, or is it like 20? Agent Randall Healy. When I do the breaks, the one thing that's tough is that you never know when it comes to the inserts if some of them are how rare they are. So I kind of autograph. So I kind of leave it open-ended when it comes to the autographs. I mean, excuse me, to the inserts. And like I said, it's a 30-spot break, and there's 36 autographs in the case. So there's, depending on how that breaks, it's how many more spots there are in the break. James Hurley, then and now. Robert Forster, in memoriam. Detective Fusco, stars. Almost done. Oh, that's not terrible. For a manufactured hit. Alternate ending. Red Room. Alright, here's hoping we have a good, at least one more good autograph. Can never have enough. Oh, inscription. We'll save that one for last. We got another double, excuse me. This Walter. I mean, he has passed, so I guess that's not not terrible to get. I know, not like he's a huge name, but he has passed away. Wow. So we have two good cards that we ended with. I'm going to say this box you guys are going to go crazy over. We start with an inscription. You didn't know what trouble is. Sherilyn Fenn. And that. Oh, it's you don't. I'm sorry, I said didn't. 11 to 25. Yes, he was. I recognize the face. And somebody earlier said what the best card in the set is. And they might have said this, especially with the coupe at the bottom. Are you kidding me? I'll just leave it up here for a minute. Insane. I know that that is a killer card, and it's scarce. I know that. That was a great box. All right, quick recap. Don't even know where to start. All right, so we did get the plastic Log Lady card. Um, that's 1 in 2.5 cases. What was it? 576. So like, whatever. 2 3/4 cases. So we had one Walter Olkowitz. There's the second one. I know there was two of them. Two of them. James Morrison. I'm only going to show you there's the second one of that. They were the two duplicates that we got. I don't think we got any other duplicates. There was a Joan Chen that there was two of, but they were different images. Patrick Fischler, Ron Blair, Sarah Jean Long, Troy Evans, Eamon Farron, Robert Bauer. Oh, that's right, there was another duplicate. Josh Fatum, Eric Anderson, Robert Broski, Joan Chen number one. There's Joan Chen number two, Mary, excuse me, Alicia Witt, John Apicella, Donna Mendelia. And then we have duplicates, but it was two Tim Roths, so nothing wrong with that. Somebody said great for J.R. Star. I don't know if he's anybody, or I just I caught the wrong comment to the wrong card. And Amanda Seyfried, I believe is how she pronounces it. So that's all the full bleed and bordered. Then we have our inscriptions. Let's go. I don't even know which one's the worst. I think they're all pretty good. All right. Sarah Jean Long. I love the Double R Diner. Robert Broski, This is the Well. Kimmy Robertson, Andy or Dick. Then we have Erica Anderson, Invitation to Love. Matt Chinamek, Would You Like Some Pie? Charlene Fenn, You Don't Know What Trouble Is. Michael Sarah, Wally Brando, and Kyle McLaughlin, Secrets Are Dangerous Things. Then we have our duels, Piper Laurie, Richard Bamer, Billy Zane, and Richard Bamer. Since I'll keep going. Richard Bamer and Sherilyn Fenn. Ian Buchanan, Harry Goes. And the last autograph of the case that we opened was Heather Graham and Kyle McLaughlin. Besides that, we've got our bunch of different inserts. The case topper and wrappers obviously will be a spot in the break. We've got our two patches. I don't remember if I had listed if they were going to be one spot. I don't think I ever listed if they were going to be one spot or two separate. I'll see how many spots I have before that, and we'll figure it out. Plus, the base spots, which I know nobody wants, but they're there anyway. Okay. Um, excuse me. Thank you for watching. I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll move on to case two. Not too bad, 10:15 my time. So thanks for watching. I will get the pictures up not until tomorrow because I got to open a second case and then I got to head to bed for work tomorrow. So I'll do them when I come home from work tomorrow night. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in about 5 minutes.